Oh, so you can't afford to buy me a present for Christmas this year?
I'm beginning to wish that I had rare voice, just because I'm tired of spending more than I should and getting less than I could. It's cheaper than my other phone for sure. I'm beginning to wish that I had rare voice. It's the very best choice. And the happiest thing I'll see are the features that are free. That's why I've got Rare Voice.
Isn't it time you upgrade your home phone? Sign up for RevVoice today, and you can win great weekly prizes and a brand new Honda CR-V from Nassau Motor Company. Get RevVoice home phone for as low as $14.99 a month. Rejoice this Christmas with RevVoice.
Good evening, Bahamas. This is NB12 broadcasting from Cable 12 Studios on Robinson Road. Here's what's making news tonight. The Prime Minister wants a probe into the activities of the chairman of the National Insurance Board. Baha Mar hands over another corridor to the government. The fire chief expresses concern over shanty towns, plus students celebrate Bahamian Day. Those stories and much more on the way. I'm Nakia DeVoe, and NB12 starts right now. Joining us here at NB12. Prime Minister Perry Christie has ordered that a full report be given on allegations that have been made about NIB Chairman Gregory Moss by NIB Director Algernon Cargill. The allegations were included in an affidavit that's part of a lawsuit Cargill brought against Moss and NIB earlier this week. The Nassau Guardian today exclusively revealed that Cargill, who has been placed on administrative leave pending an investigation into his conduct, accused Moss of inappropriate use of an NIB-issued corporate platinum credit card, which it's claimed NIB Minister Shane Gibson was unaware the chairman held. Hotel bills were included in that affidavit, as well as an accusation that Moss was paid by NIB for travel and work on days when he was not working for the company. The affidavit also included minutes of a board meeting which outlined Moss's instruction to have NIB pay $15,000 for heart surgery for a Grand Bahama resident, a move which reportedly went against NIB's regulations. Moss is also accused of creating the position of a personal assistant, only to have the employee terminated after the matter was revealed to the minister and made public in a local daily. Today, the Prime Minister, who admitted to just learning of the allegations in the last 24 hours, said while he cannot act on allegations alone, what has been put into the public domain is serious enough to warrant a report. He said he has directed Minister of Labor and National Insurance Shane Gibson to prepare a report so that the matter can be brought up on a cabinet level. Christie said once he gets that report, he will act accordingly. In other news, Baha Mar executives spent the day locked in meetings with top officials from Rosewood Hotels and Resorts. A 200-room Rosewood Hotel will be featured in Baha Mar's multi-billion-dollar resort development set for completion in late 2014. As that development takes shape, officials have handed over the new Corridor 7 to government. Vonning Toot attended this morning's soft opening and has this report.
Corridor 7 won't officially open for another few weeks, but as of today, it's open to vehicular traffic. And what better way to christen this new road than in a gorgeous Jaguar C-Type? Government decided to liven up today's soft opening of Corridor 7 by teaming up with the organizers of Bahamas Speed Week. Multi-million-dollar classic cars zip through 1.2 miles of road, which stretches from West Bay Street to John F. Kennedy Drive. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Works Colin Higgs says the new road, which will be officially named by government, will serve as the main gateway to the $3.6 billion Baha Mar development.
We are thankful for the road works being completed, and we think that this will be an excellent north-south link for traffic coming in from the south, Carmichael Road over Gladstone, out to West Bay Street, and also a grand entrance to the hotel complex coming up JFK, which will be a dual carriageway that should be completed next year, into this fantastic hotel complex that we have here at Baha Mar.
Baha Mar's project director for West Bay Street and Corridor 7, Philip Robinson, says they handed the road over to government on Thursday. He told NB12 they managed to build the road in 9 months despite many challenges.
We had challenges with the road and its design. We had challenges with moving roads as well, like Prospect Ridge, Skyline Drive, relocating BC infrastructure, relocating WC infrastructure. So it was a challenging road, cutting hills as you can see, but yeah, and Hurricane Sandy gives us a kick in the teeth in the last moment.
Higgs joked that motorists should not follow the lead of luxury car drivers who raced down C7 today, going as fast as 100 miles per hour. English race car driver Jonathan Turner gave us a spin in this 1952 Jaguar C-Type.
And it was actually driven and raced by Sterling Moss in those days, and it's raced all over the world. I race it in the UK, I've raced it in Europe, and now for the first time I'm racing it in the Bahamas.
And what's the price tag?
Quite a lot, quite a lot, quite a lot.
After driving this baby, driving in my regular car just won't be the same. Reporting for NB12, I'm Bonnie Toot.
The $4.6 million closed-circuit television network, CCTV, is now closer than ever to becoming reality. This as Minister of National Security Dr. Bernard Nottage yesterday told reporters that work is currently underway to have the project operational before the end of the year. Christina McNeil has the story.
Before the end of the year, national security officials expect the multi-million-dollar CCTV program to be up and running, to put more eyes on the streets of New Providence from West Bay Street up to the Paradise Island Bridge.
The Ingram administration signed a $4.6 million contract with Lowe's Security Limited, its U.S.-based partner Avrio RMS Group, and Security Centers International Limited, based in the Cayman Islands, for the first phase of the CCTV project. That phase was set to bring blanket CCTV coverage to nearly every inch of Bay Street, from the Fish Fry area up to the Paradise Island Bridge. Yesterday, National Security Minister Dr. Bernard Nottage said the command center at police headquarters is nearly complete, as Deputy Commissioner of Police Quinn McCartney is currently sourcing the last pieces of equipment to outfit the facility.
The Deputy Commissioner is currently abroad assisting in choosing some of the final equipment that we are installing for this purpose. And so there's going to be a tremendous change, we hope, over the course of the next few months in the capacity and the ability of the force to carry out its mandate of keeping our country as safe as possible. They're working now. They are installing some of the equipment right now. I can't tell you whether it's not 50%, I don't think, but our objective was to have it beginning to be up and running by the end of the year.
Although Dr. Nottage was unable to say when the network will be 100% complete, he said the system will be partially up and running before the end of the year, as promised under the scope of the initial project.
Police Commissioner Ellison Greensade says he expects the CCTV program to extend the reach of the average police officer, while also helping suspects who may be accused of a crime to defend or clear their name.
In addition to giving us positive returns in respect of what we're trying to solve, it protects the wider community, and it protects people who might come in for criticism, because in replaying the footage, an allegation could be disproved. So it works both ways. And it's the way of the world. There are some people that speak to a panoptic society to the extent that they feel that everyone is watching them. But all of the developed countries in the world are 100% convinced that it's the way to go.
Some have opposed the idea of CCTVs, claiming it infringes on privacy rights. However, Greenslade says the Bahamas will be joining the ranks of major metropolitan cities that have public safety as a top priority with CCTV. The command center will be set up on the upper level of a building on the police headquarters compound. From there, Dr. Nottage says a team will monitor the cameras and dispatch officers to the scene of a breaking crime, cutting response time down.
We would be able to monitor all of the hotspots of New Providence from a central location, I think that this would have a tremendous impact on protecting people in the various communities, particularly those that we call hotspots. We can see what's going on, we can identify vehicles, we can identify persons. Hopefully it would help us to know where to go when we get calls.
The CCTV network is expected to be an effective crime prevention tool, also acting as a deterrent to criminals and would-be criminals. Reporting for NB12, I'm Christina McNeil.
Police have seized 445 firearms between January and November 28th and 6,323 rounds of ammunition, according to recently released crime statistics. Of all types of firearms seized in the Bahamas over the past year, including revolvers, shotguns, pistols, rifles, prohibited firearms, and imitation firearms, police data reveals that pistols appear to be the weapon of choice as they removed 191 over the past 11 months, followed by the 134 shotguns taken in by police. Of the 445 firearms seized up to November 28th, police say intelligence on the ground led them to the discovery of 283 firearms. That is something Police Commissioner Ellison Greenslade says police have been working on improving with the help of members of the community.
Our community is fully accepting that they should be a part of what we do to help to keep the country safe. Will ring us up and say, I'm going to tell you where a gun is. And so the information comes into us. It's intelligence-driven, the responses that we certainly give. And the majority of the weapons we've recovered, of the total amount of well over 400, have been recovered as a result of community support.
Today, police arrested a 24-year-old man of VC Street after he was found in possession of an imitation firearm at Glinton Square off Lewis Street. Police are encouraging members of the public to help get illegal firearms off the streets of the country.